Big-time buckets, including these in the first quarter when he came out warm. Step-back three, Lakers up a dozen. Doncic will pull from deep. That's cash. Then Luka on the drive. Got to worry about the step-back three. Instead, he spins in the lane, heads to the line, three the hard way, and the Lakers up 14 early. Doncic again. Cookies. 21 first-quarter points, his highest-scoring quarter in his brief time as a Laker. He scored 46, by the way, in the quarter and could mostly cruise from there. Here, Luka gets caught in the air, gives it up, gets it back. One of those nights. Early third, Luka, Dorian Finney-Smith, back to Luka. He rested the entire fourth. 31, 9 boards, 7 assists. The Lakers get the win by a dozen. Luka has played 16 games with the Lakers, already on some lists with the greats. Wednesday, his 5th game with 35 and 5, meaning he joins Kobe and LeBron as the only Laker players with that many in a season over the last 20 years. And again, it's been 16 games. As we mentioned, we were going to visit with Luka Doncic. And Luka, hey, it's Scott Van Pelt. Pleasure to welcome you back to the show, man. This has got to be the best kind of night. You can rest in the fourth. After that first quarter was nuts. You guys, I thought you were going to score 50. You had 21. Complete command. And I'm just interested, 16 games. It looks totally comfortable. Have you reached a place where everything feels like, all right, this is my squad. This is where I'm at. I can be me.
Yeah, for sure. Like I always say, every day gets better. But for sure, it's getting better. It's been better. We got 3 wins in a row now, so we just got to keep rolling.
When LeBron was on with me after you guys beat the Clippers, he made the point that you guys don't have a ton of time to practice, right? There's not a lot of runway to really figure out what you guys are going to be. And between now and the playoffs, I trust that superstars figure stuff out. But what is that process like, particularly with him hurt now, as you guys just try to figure out exactly what it's going to look like?
Yeah, we basically have no practice. We don't have time to practice. We play six games in 8 days, so it's impossible to practice. But, obviously it's tough because on a practice you get chemistry, you get everything. So it's on us to figure that out.
Last quick thought here. I don't even know if you pay attention. This is why I'm going to ask you. You're so bunched up in the West, right? Denver's right there with you. So many teams are closely bunched together. We all know you're going to be part of the playoffs. Is that anything you guys pay attention to and focus on at all, where you sit in the West?
I don't think so. We go game by game. It's important we go game by game. Because if you think in the future, you maybe forget about the next game. So it's important to go game by game. But obviously, we know it's tight. It's very tight. So we got to try to win every game.
Understood. I appreciate the time. Hopefully, we'll catch up down the road in the playoffs.
Equipped here to make a finals run.
The Lakers. And we need to stop putting the Denver Nuggets in the conversation of being legit title contenders. It's two sides of the court. We always lean towards the offensive side of things, but defensively, they trash. Defensively, they're trash. They're 19th in the league overall, 25th in the league at rim protection. Who had the number 1 defense since, January when they was healthy?
The Los
Angeles Lakers. And then you put in the fact that now they have a big 3. What kind of game plan, if you don't have the personnel, can you actually put together to stop a Luka Doncic and a LeBron James? Huh? If you're a coach, what kind of game? It's not one. It's not one. You just have to have the better overall team. And so when I look at the Denver Nuggets, I look at when they made their championship run and go on to win the title, the guys that were sliding up.
Yeah, but they were middle of the pack when they were doing it, too.
You need a little bit of a cool booty, Perk.
Wait, no.
It is hot in here.
Wait. I hear you, Perk. I'm with you. I'm aligned. This is what I will say. The reason why this is important to me when I look at this game, when you think about playing at Denver, this could be a potential 4-5 matchup. So who has home court advantage? Denver at home in the postseason historically is a very good team. So they're going to want to make sure that they get this done when you start talking about.
I don't think they're not contenders. I don't think that, we're talking about teams that can finish because the opportunity opportunity right now is to finish second, right? Because everyone's trying to chase the Oklahoma City Thunder. They still have Nikola Jokic. You saw what Aaron Gordon just did. He dropped 38, his Nuggets high. Jamal Murray, coming along. Look, I understand defense is a question for them. Right? But we know who. No. But my thing is, at this point, who do you trust? Teams with experience, right? That's what's knocking other teams like maybe the Houston Rockets down.
So you're talking about a team with experience. Are we including experience of having a guy that's played in 11 NBA Finals, another guy that's been in 2 conference finals and an NBA Finals in Luka? They do have experience on this Laker team. Maybe not from a cohesive standpoint.
I think trust. It comes down to trust. Individuals versus a team, right? And the Denver Nuggets, I'm looking at Nikola Jokic and his supporting cast, and maybe you don't have too many question marks there. The Lakers started off this season with question marks, but getting Luka Doncic, having Austin Reeves play this way, and then hopefully having LeBron James, they turned that question mark into an exclamation point. I think my only point of view on this with the Lakers is, if healthy, and this is a big if, right, but hopefully it trends that way, they are the last team I'd want to see. Because you have 2 of the biggest guys, Luka and LeBron, that can control the game. We know who the Nuggets are. The Lakers are still.
Janae, you don't let him make an argument?
We don't know who the Nuggets are. And listen, I know how y'all have y'all conversations, because I hear my wife when they talk when y'all on the phone with your sister.
Say meow on the phone?
Baby, honey.
Hey,
listen, let me tell you something. Jokic have questions about this Denver Nuggets team. Did you see them take that L against the Wizards? Did you hear his post-game interview talking about, I don't know if we have an on and off switch. Like, we're a month away from the postseason.
And then what did they do?
But that was just one of them ones. You think?
But also, we had questions about the Lakers when they were losing 4 in a row, without LeBron James, and then they get 2 games.
Janae, they were missing 6 of their 8 rotation players when they went through that slump. I'm talking about fully loaded. I trust the Lakers more than I trust the Nuggets.
Hear me out. Everyone, calm down. It's bad when I'm the adult in the room.
Well, that we can all agree on.
I said everyone chill out. I would trust a team that had a 16, 15 ranked defense, believing that they can up their defense. When the Denver Nuggets defense is in the middle 20s, that's a big issue. That's not an if, that's not a this. That is a big issue. And we're not talking about missing a player that's going to contribute to it. The Lakers have had the #1 defense for a long time. Give me a 13 offense and a top 5 defense, then vice versa.
We're saying the same things, just in different ways. My point is the Denver Nuggets, they still have Jokic. They still have guys that have gone the distance in some regards, right? But the Los Angeles Lakers, while they have question marks because you're waiting LeBron James, they still have 2 of the best in the game when it matters most. So are you going to trust those 2 best players, or are you going to trust the team?
We asking you.
Personally, I trust the players, but this is a team sport, and right now the Nuggets have Jokic and Murray playing.
When you're looking at most career points per game in playoff history, Luka Doncic is 2nd all-time. LeBron James is 6th all-time. But, Richard, you know this. Down the stretch, we don't know when Rui Hachimura is coming back. LeBron James, the hope is he's back sooner rather than later, and he knows he still has 7-ish more games left to play for postseason awards. You bet LeBron knows that number, right?
Yeah.
How much time do you need to be able to gel with still a team? Austin Reeves has taken a step forward, but largely it's been in LeBron's absence. They need some time down the stretch. Just how much?
I don't think very much. Again, we've seen LeBron. We've questioned him with Luka at the beginning, and then it becomes a seamless fit. It's more about how much time does LeBron need to get into the best condition. He can take a step back. He can lead. He took a step back and let Austin Reeves ball and handle the ball in the Western Conference Finals as a second-year player. He knows how to elevate his game and take a step back. So as long as he's healthy, it's all about his conditioning. Everything else will fall in place.
All I know is that Luka is getting in shape and getting his legs. He's averaging over 30.
Look at the shooting percentage. Look at what he shot from the floor. Look at what he shot from the three-point line and the turnovers. He did not play better than Austin Reeves, and it's okay. That's Luka. It's one game. I'm not saying Austin Reeves is a better player, but anybody that watched that game last night, Stephen A., Chanae, I saw the expressions on your face. Are y'all saying he played better than Austin AR last night?
No, that's not what I was
okay, I was just saying, so get that expression up. You see, the expressions on your face.
Well, you don't know what I'm going to say. Just watch your mouth, because I know you're feeling yourself right now because of what you're seeing from the Lakers. I mean, I know you're feeling yourself. You better calm down.
So I'm just saying, since we doing if, I think the theme for this morning is if.
Wow.
So if AR plays like that, Luka, we know Luka is a 30-point a night, and LeBron James plays. If LeBron James beats LeGoat James, y'all think the Warriors can beat them? I don't think nobody can beat them in the Western Conference.
Wow.
That's just me.
All
now,
I
maybe
know
I'm biased a little bit. Maybe I'm biased a lot of bit. But who cares for this discussion? We did that last night without GOAT James, who's averaging 25, 9, and 8.
Shannon, wait, can I just say one thing real quick, Stephen A? I feel like Atlanta Shea is just he's a little different.
No.
I like Atlanta Shea more than I like West Coast Shea.
I feel you on
There's
that.
There's a little extra something.
I agree.
That just shows that you're not. That just shows you ain't paying attention. That's how he is. Anytime he got a reason to brag about the Lakers, that's how he is. Ain't no different.
I don't know.
I see
Even
the
how
same
we
thing.
started
But let
the
me tell
show,
you
it's a little different.
Let me tell you something right now.
Done something different this morning.
Every other subject, Atlanta Shea is different, but with the Lakers, it's consistent. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Austin Reeves, you can make a legitimate argument right now that Austin Reeves is the best third option in the entire NBA, the way that he's balling. Sure. He looks great. I mean, this brother can play. And testament to J.J. Redick and his staff, because clearly his game has elevated. This brother can play now. Austin Reeves is a special talent, and he's getting better and better every day, and he deserves all the love and respect in the world. There is no question about it. Now, how LeBron and Luka's going to feed off of that remains to be seen when they're both on the court together, because without one of them, this brother's a secondary option, and in one case, a first option, and this dude is balling. Fair enough. But I'm looking at last night, and I'm saying to myself, okay, it was the Spurs. I mean, it's not like they were going up against OKC. That team that's number one in the West, that team that's number one in every defensive statistical category that matters. I assure you, you going up against those brothers, it's going to be a different challenge. I remember when the Lakers was on the road, and then Shannon and the crew, or not the crew, walked into Boston, got ran out of Beantown, and then it was an APB out for Shannon Sharp. You couldn't even find them on Club Shay Shay. I mean, I couldn't find them no place. All of a sudden, some things that flashed over the screen. Club Shay Shay, delayed broadcast. We'll be with you tomorrow, because you couldn't find them. You understand what I'm saying? It was nowhere to be found because the Lakers got ran out of town. So it's the level of competition does matter. So I hear you talking and chirping Atlanta Shea, LA Shea, Vegas Shea, New York Shea. It don't matter. You understand? It ain't going to be Lakers in 5. Not with certain opponents. The Spurs, you can stick out your chest and do that now without Wembanyama, I might add. But let's just pump the brakes and understand competition does matter, or lack thereof.
I still think it was an important win, but before I go there, Unc, you've been talking about ifs. Don't they say it in Atlanta, if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. You definitely drunk today with your takes, but it's all good. It's all good. Look, when I think about this Los Angeles Lakers squad, Stephen A., you brought up another point, and I made you smile. I love that. You're right. Austin Reeves is probably playing the best basketball of any third best player on a team in the NBA. And I even posed this question, which was really fascinating, on X or Threads, whatever you call it, Instagram. And I said, how do you define a player that is not an all-star, but is better than a role player? Is it an elite player? Some people said starter. Is it like something we call role star? But he is forcing the conversation. A lot of people said back to me, that's straight up what Austin Reeves is. 4 straight games of 25-plus points. That is huge. And I think a lot of people were wondering, okay, what role will he have when Luka Doncic comes to town? Well, the role is he's not taking a backseat, which I love, because, prior to Luka, he was their secondary, their necessary facilitator when LeBron James didn't have the ball. You wonder, okay, how's he going to do as a tertiary? Doesn't matter. They still find ways, especially when Luka goes, 5 for 20, for him to cook, for him to eat. So it's looking like, I don't want to say it all the way yet with my chest, but it's looking like they have a big three. And that big three is extremely hard to guard, because they can all pass, they can all shoot, and they can all score.
I'm going to say
he's all-star caliber. I think
it's a big
all-star caliber.
He's an all-star caliber player.
I'm going to say it's a big three.
You found it for your Lakers. Okay,
yeah.
Big three.
But if you look at him, Sinead, what they allow him to do is that mainly Luka and AR handles the ball. LeBron is really off the ball now. And so when Luka's out, he slides over to the primary ball handle. LeBron does what he does. And now, obviously, when Luka comes back in and LeBron goes out, now Luka and AR take turns handling the basketball. Both can facilitate. Both can score. But that's why I named him Kobe of the Ozarks, because his favorite player was Kobe. Now, you tell me he can handle the ball, he can get to the rim, Stephen A.
I don't know where the
He's a
Ozark
three-level
come in.
scorer. I
I don't know where the damn Ozark come in. What the
Kobe or the
I mean,
Ozark?
what the hell you be?
It's
the hell you be
cultural.
You ain't never been to the Ozark?
Hell no.
Wait.
No.
I have a question. Stephen A, as a follow-up, you said best third player. So you're putting him ahead of, like, the Celtics, their whole rotation, like Derek White, Drew Holiday right now?
Yeah, he's better than them.
Right
Okay,
now,
Evan Mobley,
right now
Darius
as a
Garland.
third option. Right now, as a third option, he is playing better than anybody as a third option.
Evan Mobley,
Right now.
Darius Garland, Chet Holmgren, J-Dub.
Shanae, you're asking me about him compared to other people. I'm not saying he's better than them. I'm saying right now he is playing better as a third option than
Party's
anybody,
over,
and
people.
he is solidifying that the Lakers do indeed have a big three.